hell's that about? Jesus, dude,
He's
I heard it
sleeping.
so loud in my headphones
It's
set.
called abuse.
It's really
He's
loud.
sleeping
Yeah. It's
over
called
here.
Hey
abuse.
guys, welcome back to we're live from the Catfish
Sleepy.
Con. This is Old Car Fishing Podcast, and of course we got Luke, Tara, Jenny Two Cats, and myself, Chew Jr. And we got special guests for us. You guys probably seen their products in their shop. The Catfish Pro. I forgot what they call the cubes. What do you use?
What?
What do they call the cubes? The bait.
Oh, that's just catfish.
Catfish
Yeah,
Pro
just
bait.
cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
And you
catfish
guys
only.
were asking me all these questions about how to use them. Is it true that they catch these 30+ pound flatheads? And we got the guy here to let us know how to properly use them.
Yeah.
And how they work. And his name is Mitch
I
from
was gonna
Catfish
say,
Pro.
and what's his name, Chewy? Oh goodness.
So, give us a little insight in those little cubes.
Yeah, so all of our little cubes are made with high fat amino acids, proteins, and then the natural ingredients. So blood, chicken liver, shad, whatever it says on there, we use the real ingredient. We don't use any kind of imitation or anything. And it's not going to leave any mess or stink on your hands. It's going to stay on your hook. Doesn't matter where you're fishing at, river, lake, backside of a dam. And, we use Circle C hooks when we're fishing with them. I use 1 cube is all I use on mine. And I'll run mine with a Kentucky rig. And all I do is let it sit down there on the bottom, maybe give it a little slack, let that river current start taking it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And, it's going to stay on your hook in a strong current 4 to 5 hours if you need it to. If we're running trot lines or jugs or something like that, we can set them overnight, come back in the morning. You're either going to have a catfish on there or you're still going to have your bait on there.
And how long does that scent last?
That scent's going to last you 4 to 6 hours in that cube, the way that we impregnate that cube with the product in there.
Yeah.
How doesn't it
That's
leave
pretty-
stink on your hands?
Yeah.
So everything all of our bait is water activated. So it's when it gets into the water is when it actually starts to release its scent and everything else. We had some PhD chemists that helped us come up with our formula on it. And we got it so far by ourselves, and we couldn't quite get the last bit of it, and we hired some chemists to come in and help us figure out how to truly get it to where it doesn't leave any mess or stink and stays on that hook, and no matter what kind of current you're fishing in.
And that's important because I don't use stink baits because they stink everything. You can't open that package without smelling.
Not
for
allowed in
days.
my boat.
Not allowed in your boat.
No. Hell no.
Oh man.
So Chewy last year, he told me to take some of that stink bait and put it in a bullhead and freeze it. So, I don't know if that's legal or not. So I don't. But anyway, so I did that, and I stunk for about a week and a half.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out of anything.
So back home, there's these, I forgot what these fish are called. Chris might know what they're called. They're like white, and as soon as you catch them, like 10 seconds later, they die. So Senior used to grab them, and he would stick chicken livers. Not stink bait, chicken livers. I don't know where you got stink bait from.
Damn.
And he would stick them in there, and then he would fish with them, and that's how we would catch hound cats.
Oh,
'Cause they're pretty long. They kind of look like a smelt.
Yeah.
They're real shiny. Like
Was
real,
it a
real
shad?
I don't know what they are.
Sounds like shad.
I don't know. I've never seen a shad that's long and skinny like that. Looks like a smelt kind of, just real shiny.
Oh, like thin body profile.
Yeah, not like a shad.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Anyway, Mitch, what kind of flavors you got?
So we actually have we have 20 different flavors now. So we have original, blood, chicken liver, shad, crawdad, skipjack, shrimp, cheese, catawba worm, bloody shad, bloody skipjack, pork blood, beef blood, garlic, minnow, cricket, grasshopper, red worm, night crawler, and bloodworm. Jeez, that's all 20.
That was
That's
awesome.
impressive.
How
Dude.
did you remember all of that?
Wow.
I
My gosh.
make them all in my
Well, I
warehouse.
know, but it was just-
And catalpa worm is like that's like a big thing down south, isn't it?
Yeah, down south, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, it doesn't get much better than a catawba worm.
And that's like it's special for channel cats, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's the little black and green worms they grow. They live in catawba trees. That's
We don't have those trees.
no, y'all
Same.
don't. But,
No.
down south, they're one of our favorite baits to use, and we actually got with a catawba farmer that supplies us with our catawba worms to be able to make the bait for us.
Oh wow, I
That's
didn't know those
cool.
existed. It'd be kind of cool if you can have them, the actual catawba worm.
Yeah. Bet you can get
Are
your
we
hands
allowed
on some.
to?
Oh yeah.
You never
I seen them
know.
I think I seen them at PetSmart. They feed them to the lizards or something.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Gosh.
Whatever.
Sounds legit.
I just surprised when I heard that was like the number one of the base. What's the number one scent to you guys?
Our number one scent that we sell would be chicken liver. My
Yeah.
personal, because I fish on the Arkansas River, so if I'm fishing on the top side of the dam, I like to use shad. We have a lot of shad that run naturally in there. And then when we're fishing on the back side of the dam and they're generating, I'll throw a bloody shad in there because those fish they're hitting on the rocks. They're starting to bleed a little bit. And so I just try to mimic the natural waters that we have. And so for me, my personal favorites are the shad and the bloody shad just because of the waters that I fish.
Right on.
So I know you make these things, and you may not give me a straight answer, but would you rather use live bait or your cubes?
So you're never going to get better than live bait. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Nothing's going to, like, our bait will catch, but it's, live bait's always going to do better. And especially like if you're going after flatheads, I would say don't use my bait. And I know I shouldn't say that, but flatheads are definitely going to go after that live or that cut bait more than anything else. So what we target with ours are blue and channel.
Because I did see a posting that you guys were tagging, and there was like a 30-some pound flathead. That
Yeah,
somebody caught on
so
your
we
bait.
so shrimp, for some reason, our shrimp bait is what everybody catches the flatheads on. Any picture that we have gotten of people that have caught the flatheads has been on our shrimp bait.
There you go.
Oh,
You're using the wrong one.
Yeah, well, I always buy the chicken liver because that's what my dad taught me.
Yeah.
Chicken liver.
Yeah, so
And that's probably why,
And I
right?
think that's why chicken liver and then blood would be our second best. And I think that's just because that's what everybody grew up fishing
Right.
with and everything. And so,
Yeah.
Wow. I would have never thought shrimp would be the one for flathead.
yeah, out of all of our flavors that we have, shrimp is the one that when we do get pictures of flatheads that people have caught with our bait, it's always been a shrimp bag in that picture.
Weird.
And then the new one was bloodworm. That was the one that sold in our shop a lot for some reason. Bloodworm.
Bloodworm.
The bloodworm. Yeah.
That was
Yeah, a
the
lot of
new
people
one.
like that. That's one of the newer ones that we came out with, I think last year before.
How long have you guys been making these baits?
We've been making the bait since 2013 is when we started making it personally for ourselves.
Mhm.
Went down, started fishing on the Arkansas River with it, and then people started coming by asking us what we were using, what we were catching them with, and then started asking if they could have some, and then started asking if they could buy some, and we never even thought about selling it or anything. And then when people started asking for it and everything, it was just one thing led to another, and here we are.
That's awesome.
And
And now you guys are in pretty much every store I've ever been
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we found out. That's how we found them is when we were going to El Paso. We stopped at one of the Walmarts. There's like there was a gas station, so we stopped, went in there real quick just to buy something to eat. I headed over to Sporting, and then I saw their hooks, and I was like, okay. So we took a picture, and got back to Minnesota, contacted them, and that's how we brought them in. But they're in every Walmart. I was there last night at that sketchy Walmart I went to.
Yeah.
Thought I was gonna get beat up.
Yeah.
Just a whole wall full of those baits.
Yeah, we're in
Cubes.
the Walmarts, Academy, Shields, and then bait shops throughout the United States.
And old carbon fishing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the best bait shop.
Yeah, the best one. So what
That wasn't convincing.
Yeah, Luke looks
Oh,
like
he
he's
believes
napping
it.
over there.
he believes
No, I'm
it.
just tired. It's been a long
He's
weekend.
sleepy boy.
I used a lot of energy in the last podcast.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you're really right.
Well, you
on
guys
that.
sat there. All right.
We nodded. Didn't we
You
nod?
did
We-
nod. You did. I'll nod more. I'll nod.
So is the bait what came first for
Yeah.
Catfish Bro?
Yeah, the bait.
Okay.
Yeah, we started with original, just our original flavor, and then we did the blood, the chicken liver, and the shad, and we had those four flavors for probably the first 3 or 4 years that we were doing it, and then Walmart or different customers or whatever would start asking us, hey, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this flavor? Do you have that flavor? And that's really where all of our other flavors came from. It was just the demand from the customers or from the Walmart stores or whatever else asking us, hey, can you make this? And so we started playing around with some of the flavors that people were asking for and everything else, and it just slowly grew into the 20 flavors. And
What is the original flavor?
original is a combination of a chicken liver with a shad and a chicken meal type thing.
Okay.
So it's a chicken fishy
Yeah.
texture.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Chickeny shad.
Yeah,
That's a
chicken
good
shad.
question.
Thank you.
That's why we have you.
Thank you so much.
You're the best. I would have never thought of asking that. Or what's an original?
You know,
Yeah,
and,
it
that,
just
and that's
makes
one
you
of the,
wonder.
That's
Yeah.
one of the questions we get asked more than anything is what is original, and so that's why all of our other ones we were like, okay, well, let's just put what it actually is.
Yeah.
That's great. Now when they walk in there and says, well, you can try original like, combination.
Yeah.
Combination of 3 different ones.
Yeah.
Fish.
And you said chicken meal?
Yeah, it's
Chicken
like
meal.
it's like a chicken meal byproduct that
Yeah.
is I guess it's kind of the leftovers that they can't. We work a lot with Tyson's
Mhm.
on getting a lot of our products from
Like Tyson chicken nuggets.
Like Tyson's
Yes.
chicken, yeah. That's where our blood, our chicken liver, a lot of that stuff comes from is
Cool.
from Tyson's. They're located same city as we are, the
Mm.
corporate is, and so
Okay.
we were able to get with them and partner up with them, and they've been
God.
a great help.
That
to us
is
as well.
genius.
That
Yeah.
facility must smell really, really good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Those
Yeah,
chicken carcasses.
it's all got some smell when we're making it, and then once we get it all put into the bait, it's not so bad anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
How big?
Jesus
So you
Christ.
guys must have a pretty big operation going if you're in all the WalMarts and stuff. I
Yeah,
suppose.
we make do with what we have with the space that we have, and so definitely looking to upgrade to a little bit bigger facility
Sure.
now that we're getting expanded more. Walmart's adding our rod and reel combos to their stores next year on Mod.
Awesome.
Whoa.
Congratulations.
We'll be in
I
a
know.
little over 1,880 stores with our Catfish Pro rod and reel combos in
That's
their next
awesome.
season. So you'll be able to find those at Walmart next year too.
What's the biggest blue that anybody's that you know of that got caught with that product?
We had somebody send us a picture of a 72 pounder that they caught with our
Hey.
product. And then I know when I was down in Texas, I was doing some demos at Walmart down in Texas and down by Jasper, Texas. And there was a guy fishing off the back of the dam there. And he came in and showed me pictures. He bought our bait the day before and came in the next day. And he had a 61 and a 68 that he caught with our bait.
With just one cube? So I was gonna ask you, like, did you just put one cube? Or did
So,
they put,
so
like,
some
three?
people, when they're going for those bigger ones and they're using like a 10-aught hook or something like that, they'll put 2 or 3 pieces to kind of cover up that hook. Me personally, I use a 7-aught hook with 1 piece.
That's interesting.
That seems so
man.
convenient.
That seems
Like-
so much easier than going to get bullheads.
I'm
Oh,
telling
That
you,
is a
God.
that
pain
one
in the
day that
butt.
we ran out of worms, Rika pulled them out and he started catching bullheads like crazy with just that one. And
With
then
the cube?
with the one cube,
Oh,
just one cube. That's why I was asking, how much does that last? Because we were there for like 4 hours. It makes sense now that scent lasts so long.
Yeah.
But then the next time we went, I couldn't catch anything with it, but he was catching channel cats. He caught 6 of them, like good
Yeah.
eater size. And I was like, how come I can't catch
What
nothing
the
with these things?
heck?
You know, and I'm honest. Look, don't ask me anything about it. When you see Rika, ask Rika. Rika's the one that catches fish with them. I tried it. I couldn't catch anything. Maybe because I was using the grasshopper one. Maybe that's
Yeah,
probably not the one
maybe.
you want to
Well,
use.
it matters what flavor you're using,
Yeah,
especially if they're all natural. I mean, if they're not eating grasshoppers, they're probably not going to eat it.
yeah. So like the grasshopper, where I like to use that at is in a pond with like a big field around it that has those natural
How do you
grasshopper.
feel about
food.
that?
And so
I'll
Sure,
get you when
match-
Hazard.
matching the
I'll
hatch,
get
yeah.
you when Hazard
Match
Chris
in the
come
hatch,
out.
match
Those
in the hatch,
locals.
Oh.
So now you got
Just
enough
pissing me off.
flavors where you can pretty much match whatever you want, right?
yeah, absolutely.
And that was the goal, I
Yeah.
assume?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And it's you and your dad.
yeah, me,
Yeah.
me, my mom, and my dad.
You
do
and
it.
your mom and your dad.
Also, he's your dad. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know
my
that.
dad, and then so us 3 run it.
Mom the boss?
Yeah, because
Just us 3.
That's
when I asked him, he was
amazing.
like,
Mom
"Oh
the
no,
boss?
no, no, I can't do none of that." That guy will. He just looked at me like, "Do what?" Like, "Okay, the podcast."
That's awesome.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
you having me.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cut this up and make a nice little video for the shop.
Yeah,
We can play in the shop.
put it up in the shop.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice.
Do you know why we made it a cube?
Oh, good.
Why did you make it a cube?
Transformers?
Huh?
The
Transformers?
Obvious.
No. Okay, so if you think
Willy
of,
Wonka?
if you think of a air tunnel and you put a round object in there, it's more aerodynamic, so that air is going to flow over it.
Yeah.
Where that cube is going to create that
Friction. Oh yeah,
Well, river current works the same way.
you're right.
So when you put that cube in there, that's how our scent gets out in 30 seconds, is because it's able to move that cube around, create that friction, and get that scent out in the water quicker.
Smart pants.
Was that the chemist's idea or was that your
That was actually our idea
That's
on
awesome.
the cube.
Wow.
That's pretty cool, man.
What other questions didn't we ask that we should have?
Yeah.
That's one.
I
That's
don't-
my last question.
Yeah.
Oh, that was gonna be your next question.
That's my last question.
Oh, that was gonna be the last
That's,
question.
Yeah. Yeah. Sheesh.
Well, we got to figure out what we're gonna use for bait tomorrow, and then get some of those cubes for tomorrow.
I'd like to try them.
See, the guys. I should have said that, but the guys in my shop.
Yeah.
So they'll run 2 to 3 cubes above the hook,
Oh yeah,
and then they'll put a bullhead.
yeah. Create
Kind
that scent trail and then get them down there to the.
You
Science.
got some smart guys.
It's
in
got the
Carver.
juice. If it has the juice, they'll bite it.
The juice, man.
And
Yeah.
who would have thought somebody from Carver would have thought of that, right?
Yeah.
That's some pretty.
Hey, easy,
so-
easy. That's my town.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, we should continue the tradition. So, if you don't mind, stick that table there. Sign that table for us.
Is
Yep.
this the new sign table?
This is going to be the new sign
Or
table,
is
the
he
travel table.
Is he the inaugural?
Yes, for the
Is
new
it the
table.
inaugural?
Yeah.
Dun-
Yeah,
Okay, make sure the camera can see
anywhere he wants. Yeah, here we go.
it. Here
New
it is.
tradition.
Wow.
Yep, professional hair.
Oh my, he's got wow.
That's really impressive.
That's
Yep. Hmm.
yep. Smart man.
It's not
Oh.
sticking to you.
Is it not sticking?
Well, we had a feeling it might be a little too slippery. We did talk about this.
It's a little greasy. Tim was sitting there for a little bit.
It'd be such an epic fail if it didn't stick.
It might not stick.
It's thick.
It, you know.
Oh.
Well, we're about
Oh.
to get it.
Oh, it. Oh, it. Okay.
That's all right.
It's all right. We'll just put a couple books
Yeah,
on
we
it.
Once we,
can-
once we put that spray over it, it'll stay on.
Spray.
Yeah.
Spray.
How about that spray that protects like anything you put like on a
Okay.
decal
Oh,
and
you're
stuff.
talking over the
Yeah.
top.
So here he goes.
Yeah.
Stay
Tara, you
right,
want to do a
kind
step by
of,
step here? Maybe play by play?
There you go.
Huh?
Could you do a play by
Yes,
play?
I would like to do a play-by-play.
Okay, what's going
Nobody can see what's going on. So he is currently
Mhm.
signing the table with a Sharpie. The sticker is secure.
Which is our tradition.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
he's
There
the
you
first
go.
one on our new
All right, thanks,
table.
guys.
on? Don't forget your credit card.
Thanks a lot, Mitch.
Okay.
Love
Hey,
that.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
guys having me.
Yeah, no
cool, cool.
Are we gonna keep this rolling and
Yeah,
just
we can
get
keep
those
this
guys
rolling and
in?
Just bring those other guys.
All right, stick around,
And,
guys. We got some guests coming in.
Yeah.
All one of you just hang out.
Yeah, just we'll be right back. We'll
Say
be
all
right
one
back,
of you.
guys. Don't go nowhere.
Mic check.
Are we live?
You're live right now. You would do the intro?
We're live.
roll that intro.
All right, guys, we'll be right
Roll
back.
the
I'm trying to
intro.
get Chris in here. You gotta have to speak in the mic.
Welcome to the next version of Old Carver Fishing Podcast. In the house, we got Chewy Jr., we got the legend Luke Henches from Fish on Luke, we got Terra Fishing, and in the house, we got Muddy River Catfishing. What's going on, guys?
Chris Forrest.
Chris Flores and Haz.
Sweet doggy.
Sweet doggy Haz. I've been in the booth next to Haz for about 6 hours, and I've got enough sweet doggies to last me a lifetime.
Dude, you nailed that.
But I can never hear it enough. I like it. It's awesome. He's got a lot of energy and usually a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were just we were all waiting on Chris to come. Well, actually, we're waiting for the intro to be done.
Hey, it's a 3-minute.
I signaled to Chris. I said, Chris, it's done now. He comes on over. He comes rushing on over right on time. Doesn't skip the beat.
Oh gosh, that was the very condensed version too. So
That was the synopsis intro, and it was still too.
I'll probably sing it. I'll probably still use the 9-minute one with you guys. You guys are terrible. You guys take
I
forever.
saw
to
a
walk
kayak
in.
catfish over there with Chris. I thought we were done for a while.
oh yeah.
I like the long intro, man. It helps me get a lot of stuff done at my
Oh
house.
God, here we go, man.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Chris said we start the podcast And he goes and mows his lawn, washes the car, and comes
Oh,
back
I
and he's still
remember
got time.
that. Just
Washes the
roast
dinners.
it.
Washes the dishes.
Yup.
Smokes some chicken for about 3-4
What is
hours.
that? Dale Hayslip says, "Got my sweet doggy hoodie on."
Hey, Dale.
Appreciate you, Dale. Thank you for the support, my guy.
Oh man. Well, it's almost over, guys.
Yeah,
Almost over.
we're
Yeah.
dragging. You
Yeah.
know, it's been a long. Well, I don't even know. 4 or 5 blended days together.
Yep.
Yeah.
What? When did you leave?
We left Wednesday morning, 8 a.m.
Wow.
and we arrived.
Oh.
It's got to be,
Technical
gotta be
difficulties,
close,
technical
buddy. It's got to be
difficulties.
close.
Yeah.
And we got here around noon Thursday. So it was a long haul. It was a long haul. But 27 hours on the road.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
it's almost as long. We were talking about it earlier. It's almost as long as when we go back to El Paso.
Oh,
25, 26 hours.
So you got 28 here and 28 home.
Yeah. Or I'm gonna catch a flight and they can just drive my stuff.
right.
That's the way to do it, dude.
Goodness
We
gracious.
catch a flight.
How long is it from Dallas to Minneapolis? Like 17 hours, right? Is that much further to El Paso?
About no, because from Dallas to El Paso is like
Probably like 8
hours.
8
Yeah,
hours.
dude. It's
So it
pretty
is that
dude.
far, 24, 25 hours. That's a long
Rika made that
drive.
mistake the first time he came to Minnesota to visit us. Rika, they came straight down to Dallas and then they went over to
Yeah.
I think they got 10 Highway 10 I think or 20 10
From
all the way to El Paso and he was like, dude, it took longer. And I was like, 'cause you guys went the wrong way, man. You guys
Oh,
were supposed to
God.
cut. You guys went like straight down.
from Minneapolis to South Padre Islands is exactly almost 24 hours.
Yeah, dude.
So
I mean, from one
The
side
more
of
you
Texas
know.
to the other is like 12 hours or something like that. They say.
I did.
I've never done it, but
Well, I did it pulling my trailer, and it was 16 for me. I got to what's it, Texarkana, and I told my buddy, I said, dude, let's just drive across the border. So say we got to another state, and then come get our hotel because I can't drive for 16 hours and not be in a different state.
Yeah.
It's just so
Yeah.
far.
Crazy.
yeah, that's how big Texas is, dude. Yeah, and from El Paso to Cali, it's like 12 hours. Right, you go through New Mexico or Arizona. Boom.
Imagine going
Yeah,
through
man.
Alaska now.
Oh, we came from California to Minnesota. We went through Nebraska and all that.
No,
and-
Alaska.
Oh, Alaska. Screw that. Oh, what's to go to
It's
Alaska?
3 times bigger than Texas. Imagine driving across that.
Can you?
I'm good.
No, you really can't.
I
But
don't think you can.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
half of it's not even, well, most of it you can't even live
you
in.
have to like helicopter your truck over.
Yeah. You have to fly
Certain
one of them
parts.
like where you have to be like this amount of weight on this side, this amount of one of them little planes, propeller planes, and I'm good. I'm not messing.
I don't
with
do small planes.
it. Yeah, no, I'm too big for small planes.
so I saw you earlier TikToking live,
Yes, sir.
and you had over 85,000 likes.
Yes, sir.
So when did you start TikToking?
I started TikToking. I created my account last year in the fall, and I really started taking it serious right after CapCon, Louisville in February. And back then, I was like 1,200, 1,300 followers, and now we just hit over. We're almost 180K. We're like 300 away from 180K. So it's been a huge, huge growth. That type of success I haven't seen yet on any other platform. And I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. That TikTok market is it's insane. It's insane over there. That algorithm.
Chris, you just got into TikTok.
Yeah, just throwing stuff out there, man. I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly.
Yeah,
Nobody does. Nobody knows what they're doing on TikTok.
yeah. So like if I start one with a, what am I gonna say? I'm not.
Yeah, you might want to let me handle that, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can literally put on anything on TikTok.
It's true.
You never know.
Yeah.
Like a 10-second video of something that keeps people watching it, you're good.
Yeah.
That's all.
Short.
Did you already post your cool video?
Oh yeah. Yeah, see Chewy, you have good ideas. Did you guys see my new TikTok?
Which was the latest?
It was a transition. I was doing a heel click and I ended up here in front of the Catch the
Oh,
Fever
wow.
trailer. And it was his idea. And he's over here saying he can't do TikTok. He doesn't know.
Oh, I mean, I got ideas. I just can't perform them. I mean, I'm not.
Well, I'll help you.
No, I don't want. No.
Yeah,
Well,
let's do it. We're doing it.
I'm sure if he
Yeah.
Add some more stuff, Chewy.
Yeah.
Send it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm sure
TikTok star.
if it was Chewy clicking his heels, it probably wouldn't get as many views.
I don't
I'll
think
probably
so.
end up in the county jail, dude. I'll be like, the hell,
Oh man.
how am I doing here again? No, I can't do TikTok. I'm just not. I mean, doing YouTube then was easy because it's just I never went live, but design the bait, create it, go out fish it. That's it. 10-minute, 8-minute video.
Yeah.
That's it.
The thing is the attention span of people's minds are just shrinking by the month. They're
Yeah.
just like 20-minute videos way too long. Commercials, we got rid of those when they invented DVR, so people don't have the attention span to sit through stuff like that.
No,
You
they
know, so-
don't.
They just 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 50 seconds. That's all you got to get to grab their attention to get them to follow you, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
I was making a TikTok for Luke yesterday, and it was of one of his really big flatheads, and he has like a bunch of fluff in the beginning. I was like, no, you have to like start with the hook set so people
Yeah.
can see it's a big fish,
Yeah.
so that they continue to watch it. Because if they see a guy talking with a fishing pole, 50% of them will stay. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there's you have to play around with it. You're supposed to look at the statistics and the algorithms and stuff, and when they clicked on and when they click. I don't look at none of that stuff. I probably should look at it more. I just I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. You just keep trial and error till you get something that works.
Yeah, the drop off rate's fast on TikTok.
Yeah.
Crazy fast.
Catfishing crappy in the house.
What's up, Mark?
So-
Mark, can I get some roses?
Oh, tiki talkies.
Some tiki talkies.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you've been, how long have you been doing YouTube?
It's over 10 years already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at about 10 years too, when I used to sing on YouTube.
You used to sing.
Hmm
We're gonna have to collab.
No, we,
Did you ever see the Shakira video?
No.
You
No.
never saw him dance with Shakira?
We're gonna have to. I have to
Ooh.
pull it up.
we got some talk. We'll do some talking. I wasn't fishing then.
I actually got it. I actually got in the computer. I'll show you guys. Real quick.
No, you will not. No, he will not. He will not do that. I will walk out of here so fast.
There, Mark's sending your roses. They're right there.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate the roses.
So 10 years, and you had 100K.
128,000. I
Yeah,
think.
you've gotten
that's-
pretty
yeah.
good. On YouTube, that's a giant number.
So did you
It
get your
is.
plaque or whatever they send? They
Yeah,
got you?
at the 100. Yeah, got a plaque.
What'd you do with it?
We admired it really bunch for about 10 seconds and hung it on the wall, and then that's it. What do you do with it?
That's an accomplishment though.
Was your channel kind of like a slow grow, or did you have like one video that just sent you through the roof?
Well, I had a couple because I was doing I had something nobody else had at the time. And I think to this day, there's really nobody else that has the kind of area that I fish. It's very unique. And then on top of that, I was doing crazy stuff. Like I would test stuff like WD-40 was one of my big
Yeah.
hits, and the idea behind that was to decipher whether it really worked or not and what it was made of. And basically at the end of the day, I'm teaching people not to use it because it's a petroleum-based product, right? So that one, it hit in the millions. And then I did another one, and I had never even heard of this, but I started getting emails, people asking me if I've ever fished with onions before, right? Never heard of it. I ignored it because I get that all the time when I first started. Hey, have you ever tried using bubble gum? Have you ever tried using cigarette butts? Have you ever tried? I was like,
Soap.
right. So I did do the soap
The
one.
soap's
Yeah.
been around for a long
Yeah.
time.
So the onion one, I finally got enough people questioning it, and I guess what happened was somebody somewhere had made a TV show where they were fishing with onions. So that's where all the interest came from. So when I tried it out, I put a bunch of hooks out with onions. I tested it for like 2 days, didn't catch a single fish. I felt so guilty, like I was wasting people's time on the internet, that I did almost like a catch and cook, but with the onions. I didn't catch anything, so I showed them how to cook onions on the grill.
Oh man.
So it didn't work.
Didn't
What
work.
about the sote?
So the soap one, interesting. I did ivory soap and the zote soap, and I ran a trot line with it. And behind the scenes, man, my boat got so slippery, I was almost falling out of my boat for like 3 days.
That's comical.
Never caught a fish on it, right? But I started getting emails afterwards from people from Mexico,
Yep.
And they were telling me that it does work.
It does.
But the reasoning, and it all makes sense because fish eat what they're used to, right?
Yeah.
So what would happen is, let's say every Wednesday the ladies would go wash in the river, and they take the soap and they're
Mhm.
washing and on the
Yep.
rocks,
Till this day.
and little pieces of soap would float down where the guys are downstream fishing with soap and catching these catfish because they got used to that's looking for that food.
Oh,
Yep. True. And then they used to be I think there's two. There's the pink one
Mhm.
and then there's the white one. Yeah. And they used to cut little just thin little layers and they would use it. And I would see people catch fish with it, and I thought that was like I never caught anything with it,
yeah.
but we used to like see people like when we were fishing the channels back home. People were like, "Oh yeah, we're using soap there."
Yeah.
Me and senior, even my dad was like, "The hell? What
So
the hell is
weird.
that?" You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would never think that soap would catch a fish.
Well,
No.
I tell you what, to this day that was the cleanest my boat's ever been.
You're right. Oh.
What else? What else have they asked for? Like weird stuff that we probably haven't heard before.
I like the Cornish game hen story.
Oh man, yeah. So there's a blooper out there. I wanted to test the theory of the monster fish by the dam, the size of a Volkswagen and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
So one of the other videos that I did that's very popular was a chicken liver chum bait.
Yep.
Where I took chicken liver and I took sardines and blended them up and soaked chunks of chicken in it, right? So I wanted to do it on a bigger scale. And in the video, I take a Cornish game hen and I soak it in the chicken liver chum bait mixture, right?
Mm.
And the idea was I'm going to put it on a 20-aught circle hook with a big old heavy salt water rig, right? And throw it right there by the dam and fish all night. So I'm filming this video. I'm telling everybody, yeah, everybody hears about the catfish by the dam the size of a school bus. We're gonna find out today, you know. I'm fishing all night and I pull out this Cornish game hen, right? And I show them it's about this big. So what they don't see on video is I'm trying to hook it, but it's still frozen solid. So I'm trying to work this hook into this bait and it just does not want to go. So I work it as best I can. I think I got it, fairly decently hooked. And then I lean to cast and as I go, it flies off the hook and it falls off the side of the boat, right? And then the line just flips into the water.
Oh
And
God.
as calm and cool as I can do, I just reel it in nonchalantly, hook the hook on the hook keeper, turn around, I go, well, that didn't work.
Oh, I heard those stories. I remember the National Geographic had gone down there because there was to take pictures of the old town that was there when they flooded it, or I guess the people that lived there when they were making the dam. I can't remember the whole thing, but that one of the divers came up and said, "Hey, there's they called it a shark because there's some shark in there." And they were having that story that there was these catfish that were like 12 feet long, but they never showed any pictures of them. But he came up and said, "Hey, I'm not going down there. What's in here? Like, there's this big fish." But I never saw any pictures.
Yeah,
of
that you won't, because that story is everywhere around the
Everywhere.
entire country.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been saying my uncle's friend dove to repair the dam. He'll never go back down.
Yeah.
That story,
Yeah.
I've been told that 100
I'm
times.
pretty
I
sure.
bet.
I'm pretty sure he probably did see a big fish, but not
Not no
not
Volkswagen.
12-foot catfish.
The Loch Ness
Nothing that
monster.
I see.
Right.
What's the weirdest thing you tried? Bait.
Glizzies.
Glizzies.
Yeah, it's kind of something that in DC, the term glizzy is a hot dog around the rest of the country. We call them glizzies over there, and then it was kind of like a joke. Most people, I started doing live streaming in the wintertime, and me and Mark, we go down to this Mount Olympus, to this Flathead Blue Cat sanctuary, and it's like it's a steep mountain, it's a long haul, and it was like 15 degrees, so we were gonna light up a campfire, roast some glizzies on the campfire and eat them and stuff. And it kind of just came like a joke that I just took and ran with it till we ended up turning into a tournament. I call it the Glizzy Masters. The Glizzy Masters, and it's a tournament that's just like for fun. The idea of it is you use hot dogs to fish with. It's double the points for catching a fish on the hot dog. So if you catch fish on hot dogs, count as 2 fish. It's going to count as double the weight. You can use other bait too as well. It's gonna count for regular, and if you use cut bait like cut fish, it puts it in half. So now it's like what are you going to use for bait? Are you going to sit there and get catch double the points? And actually, last year somebody won it on hot dogs. This year, Ernie used chicken and won the Glizzy Masters while other people were fishing with hot dogs. So it's like in the strategy, what are you going to use? Are you going to get double points or regular points? Is it going to work or is it not going to work?
Is there a brand of hot dogs that works better than others?
I want to know because I don't fish with it myself. So it's something you just do once and then you just make fun of it. And yeah, I don't know. Hot dogs don't stay on the hook well, So I mean, you can soak them in salt and do other things like that. But yeah, I'd say Glizzy is one of the.
I bet
It's
you,
not really that
I bet you
weird.
soak a hot dog in his special mixture, and we got some action
Oh,
going.
Yeah,
There
we
you
make
go.
some chicken liver hot dog bait.
Chicken liver hot dogs.
I was
That's
gonna say, have you ever
interesting.
used Catfish Pro? What are they called? Bait cubes.
You know
I've
what?
used some Walmart dough bait
Yeah.
before. I cast it out there, and then it was like you reel it in like 30 minutes later, and it was like gone. I guess it dissolved.
But have you
in
used the
river.
Catfish Pro
I haven't.
cubes?
No,
Okay, apparently they don't fall off.
they don't fall
No,
out.
they don't They don't fall off,
So we're just,
and they don't stink up your hands.
see, I'm not a big like dough bait, punch bait kind of. I
Yeah,
like cut
me
bait.
neither. But I want to try.
I mean,
Apparently,
well, Catfish Pro, you're here. Plug us in and hook us up.
saying he was just here and gave us the spiel, and I was like, dang, like I never thought I'd
See,
even
you
want.
gotta,
I
you
even
gotta
had
cut.
the
You gotta
wand.
cut the hot dogs in squares.
Yeah, same idea, I guess. It's like just stop that.
Yeah, you do, Luke. Didn't you listen?
You know why you wouldn't?
Why?
Because hot dogs don't stay on the hook already. It would
You
just
do
make
it-
them come off more if you made it square, bro.
Yeah, Chewy.
How?
Well, it's tubular, so it'd have less resistance. If you made it square, it would come off the hook even more. They have it square so it releases more scent and has more friction. You want less friction on the hot dog. Next lesson, that one will be free too.
Broke it down to a science.
How do you feel about it?
Dude, you're gonna get bro.
Are we fighting after this podcast? Because I will.
All right.
Face.
All right, that's the new
Kicking
tournament.
you.
Yeah.
Round hot dogs versus square.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Which one stays on the hook better?
Next year we're gonna go. Are you gonna have that catfish tournament again?
Yeah, let's
We're gonna
do
go next year, and I'm gonna win it with square weenies.
Deal.
With square.
Hey, I'm coming
should.
too. We going to New Mexico?
it. Come on down, guys.
Yeah. Is that the time to
That's a
come?
long haul, dude, to go down to New Mexico.
It'll be worth it. I promise.
He said he'd pick us up from the airport.
I will.
Let's go.
Oh, flying down there? Yeah, I'll go down. Flying? Oh,
Yeah, I'm not driving.
I don't want to drive though, man.
No driving. That's a long drive.
Yeah, maybe we could pack my kids up in the car and drive down there. It'll be
Yeah, a little road trip.
Yeah, not
Kids
Yeah.
and a long road trip. Yeah. Count me out.
Menonita won
Yeah.
that one, huh? Menonita
Yeah.
did? We
Yeah, I
just
got
talking
family
about
in Virginia. We drove down there last year with my wife was pregnant at the time, and I had a 4-year-old, and it was chaos.
Ooh.
Have you guys had your basketball tournament?
Yes, we did. I'm still hurting from it.
Oh no! How did it go though?
We smoked them. Me and Ernie won two. The first 2 games. It was best of 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
We live streaming on TikTok. It was fun.
That's awesome. Can you explain what that was about, or what?
Yeah.
what?
So Ernie and Al, a lot of Fish and TV, they got in some like macho match, and who's gonna be better at basketball, and then somehow turned into I got involved, and Birds of Word on TikTok got involved, and then it just became like this whole big thing, and it was like 2v2. They were gonna come to town. Ended up being like 5 or 6 other TikTokers coming in town that weekend too. You had East Side, you had Big Rob, you had Becky come in town too as well. It was fun. There was a lot of fishing going involved. A lot of people caught PBs this past weekend on the Potomac
Oh,
River.
sweet.
Yeah, Eastside's never caught a PB before. Never caught a blue before. He ended up catching a 45-pounder his first trip to the Potomac River. So
Goals.
he never fought a fish that big in his life. So
Cool.
yeah. And then Al, he got a 30-pound blue cat, and then his boy ended up catching a 52. But it was fun. It was bringing people together, doing something other than fishing too as well. We're not pro basketball players. We're all out of shape. We were all sucking wind, but it was just to bring people together, entertain, have some fun. And after that, I realized like, yeah, it's time to get back into the gym.
Right.
I gotta get back in shape.
How
You
long
ain't
ago
gonna-
was that?
That was last weekend. This is past weekend.
I'd still be sore too.
What were you gonna say?
Do you play basketball?
I did. I played traveling basketball.
Oh,
Don't question my athleticism right now. You don't
You
want.
have no athleticism.
Okay.
You're a tennis player. There's
Yeah, none of that.
athletes.
A little tension on this side of the table. Over.
Oh God.
Fucking stand on your side of the table, Luke.
The guy kicks the ball around, and now he's freaking Ronaldo.
Professionally. From the Exclusive Strikers. No more premier club than that.
Oh man. So what do we have to look forward to, Chris? What's coming up?
You know,
Anything?
I'm thinking about doing something a little different. Actually, I've been talking about it for a little while, and I just need to sit down and do it. Recently became a grandpa.
Yeah.
Congratulations! I
Yeah.
That's
remember
right.
that.
Yeah, we showed a picture of the baby.
Yeah, he's 5 months old now, and I started thinking about it. And one of the things that I wish I could have done was spend more time with my grandpa. You know, he passed away when I was 14, and I was living in another town, so I didn't really get to see him that much. You know, and when we did, it was awesome, but I'm not really familiar with him like I would have liked to know him. You know, so I was thinking about it, and I was thinking I kind of want to start making videos of me telling stories of my life and encapsulating that so that my grandkids and my kids and stuff like that, they can look back and see those
That's right.
stories
Yeah.
and know me on a more personal level.
Yeah.
You know, so I might be doing that here pretty soon.
Chris.
I know I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah, the first time me and Chris talked, that's exactly what he said. Yeah,
That's
that I make these
amazing.
videos so that
I think
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
document it for me,
Cool.
right?
Cool.
that's a good idea.
How many people turned out for that catfish tournament?
We ended up with 27 teams and then a bunch of spectators and stuff. I'd say we had just over 100 people at one time at the shop.
That's a good turnout.
We had the barbecue place there. Man, that food was so good.
From Anthony.
Yeah.
From where we're from, Anthony.
Yeah.
Every
Oh.
time I see it in his videos, I want to, just come through the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm definitely have to come.
Which
out
is
there
funny
for
because that the place where they're at right now, that's where I used to go get my haircut.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I forgot her name, but yeah, that's where I used to go get my haircut. $5, bro.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now you go down
Not
to
anymore.
$50.
Yeah. You want a haircut like this, it's gonna cost you $50-$60.
Yeah.
No, no, I
You
went
want
to
like this? I can do that for you. Number 2, number
no, I
7.
went to
$3.99.
like 3 years ago. I went to the Burnsville Mall and I got my haircut there. There was I forgot what it was called, and I was like,
Regis?
no, I don't want no. I just faded and just normal cut because he's like, dude, I don't think I can do that. I said, hey, can I just try it? So he cut my hair and everything, and then I was talking with him, and then he sprayed me with I don't know what it was, alcohol or something.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Right in the back. I
Yeah.
jumped out of the chair. I was like, hey, what's going on here, bro? And they're just all laughing. They're like, whoa. They all just started laughing because they were waiting for it, I guess. And I was like, dude, what are you doing,
man.
bro? And my whole all the way home, I mean, just the back of my neck burned.
Dang it.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that a
was like-
thing that they do?
I guess.
Yeah,
I
it is.
Oh,
was like, dude,
I had
his
no
name's
clue
Cedric. Yeah,
Oh.
I hate you, Cedric.
then. Cedric, if you're listening.
He's a walleye guy.
He's a wildlife guy.
I got some bait for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the funniest thing
Oh
ever. dude.
gosh. Oh yeah.
That was like, yeah. And then the bad thing about it is that they actually posted the winners of that walleye tournament. They didn't even get any.
That's an
attention.
embarrassment.
Yeah.
That is.
They shouldn't even talk about him
Serious.
anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
it's they'll never fish another tournament. So
They shouldn't.
Never.
I mean, that's a professional tournament.
Nah, they should take their fishing licenses away so they can't fish,
Fish
ever.
anywhere, ever.
They're-
Right,
yeah, they're gonna get in trouble. They're gonna get prosecuted. So be interesting. Fraud and theft and
Yeah.
a bunch of other stuff.
I'm just happy. Well, to an extent that they didn't get beat up because there were some guys that seemed like they were.
Well, they
just
would have
about-
probably got beat up. They got
Tempers were flared, definitely.
Yeah.
But as you robbing people out of a lot of money and
lots of money.
boats and sponsorships, and
Yeah.
it's a lot that goes with it. So
Because they asked me, my friend asked me at work, like, how do you feel about that? I was like, as it turned, I told him, well, first of all, I wouldn't have gotten that excited if I would have been the one to pull let weights out of that stomach, I wouldn't have been that excited. Like, there's some lead. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just stayed quiet and said, right, you guys. I wouldn't, do it that way. I said, as a tournament director, I think he should have chilled out a little bit on that and just kind of done it on the side or away from the people and just talk to them personally and say, hey, all right, you're out. But as a angler, my shoe would have probably been the first one that landed on his face.
He blew up because he was sticking up for those guys.
Exactly.
And they lied to
Yeah.
him.
I forgot to mention that, and that's
Yeah.
the truth. So that's why he reacted the way he reacted. But
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even watch the video. I was just kind of triggered.
Yeah,
Like
he's
I
like,
saw the
"There's
title
lead
and
in
I
this
knew what
fish."
happened. I was like, I don't need to watch it.
And in
So
the
I just didn't.
previous tournament, right, he had won a boat, but didn't give it to him because he didn't pass the polygraph. And then the director got attacked because he wouldn't give him the boat because they say, hey, these guys are straight honest guys. Give him the boat. What are you doing? He was like, no. I think he probably suspected them from back then because there were some people who are saying
Everyone suspected them of
Yeah.
cheating.
because they were saying how because even in the weighing in that video, you can hear one of the guys say, hey, how does that fish weigh more than mine when mine's bigger?
They forget those guys are professional walleye fishermen. You know between a 7 and a 9 pound, the difference.
Those guys know a 7 between a 7 and a quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hold enough 28 to 30-inch fish out of Erie, you know how big they are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a very hard fish to kind of tell how much it weighs.
That was pretty messed up though. 300K. That's
Well, what's the difference between that and using too many lines?
there's not.
Okay,
There's not.
just
But-
asking.
But that's a different deal. That was something that was left to the pure panel, and the pure panel thought wasn't the same. I mean, if he would have tied off a fish, it would have been a different story. But extra lines,
We're not getting into
Yeah.
these guys.
yeah. I'm looking at you like I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to talk about
Wanna go
that.
down
But
the
yeah,
rabbit
anyways,
Well, I wasn't looking for in depth. I just wanted to make the point.
cheating is cheating to me, right? I mean,
Yep.
there's that CH again, Tara. Cheating is cheating. But hey, if it would have been up to me, you would have known what would have happened.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
You're the best tournament director I've ever met.
Shut up.
I swear.
Shut up.
Just how fluid it is.
Will you guys get up and hug?
I'm going to hug
No, I don't want to hug him nowhere. Right here, the line.
him.
Stay on your side.
He's going to forgive me when we're out to eat tonight.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably gonna go fishing.
People might actually think we're mad at each other.
You know, people were asking me like, "You look get along pretty good." I was like, "Yeah," and then like, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I missed the guy. I'm just here right now. Punch him in the face." And he looked at me out weird,
Exactly.
like, "But you like him? Yeah, he's my
Yeah.
buddy. But you want to punch him in the face?
Yeah, if he was here, I'd probably punch
my
him. But
buddy.
yeah, I miss him.
Yeah. Punch him in the face. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I think we'll pack up here soon.
Yeah,
We
I'll pack up
appreciate you
soon.
guys
Yeah,
coming
man,
on.
it's nice to
Appreciate
see
you
you.
guys for
hang
having
out
me.
with
Amazing-
you guys, man.
Amazing
That's
seeing Chris
awesome.
again.
Absolutely.
I've had a lot of good conversations with Chris on the phone. I miss him sometimes, so I got to call him and catch up.
That's right.
And then you got Haz, who I watch a lot on TikTok. Even if I'm not commenting, I'm usually watching.
Appreciate you guys.
I really enjoy your enthusiasm and your streams, and I know people like you and like watching you.
Thank you.
So I used to have that energy.
I'm trying to keep it up.
I'm old now.
It's hard. It's hard to keep going.
No, dude, it's people don't understand how hard live streaming is, especially at the lengths
yeah.
that you can stream. And I used to stream 6, 7, 8 hour streams
Yeah.
without a single fish, and try to entertain people.
Yeah. I know. I'm not looking forward to that this winter.
It's hard, dude.
This winter is just
But
gonna be,
You'll
so we're gonna have to do a lot more gritties. Than to
you'll be
keep it
fine.
entertained.
You'll do just fine.
Keep me entertained.
Come ice fish
Yeah.
with us.
We got to bring Chris
We'll
on
live stream.
Ice Fish.
Yeah, Chris.
You got to bring Chris on.
I've told Chris to come so many years now, sturgeon fishing. You got to come one of these times.
I'm gonna show up ice fishing in boots and jeans. Man.
Well, the fish houses we fish out of, you don't you need to wear
Just for the
anything
weather. Yeah,
like but shorts and
I
a
tell you
t-shirt.
what though.
Keep your
I tell you what
flip-flops
though. Your first slip and fall, you'll change your mind about the boots. That hurts, man. Oh man, does that hurt when you slip on the ice and fall? Yeah, I'm not. I'm the first guy that said I'm not gonna pay $50 for those things. I won't
I
fall.
bet you
Yeah,
did.
And then you fell.
60 some dollars.
I
Yeah.
still don't own a pair. Like a cat.
He's like,
I don't know. Where am I gonna go with this?
No.
Are you surprised?
No,
I'm not
not
surprised.
at all.
Not at all. That's just you, though. I mean, you can get away with just gluing thumbtacks on your shoes, and you'll be happy.
Yeah. I wear Crocs in the winter a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I only wear boots when I do something outside. I'll wear Crocs to work all winter long.
I have Crocs for concrete finishing. I
Right.
take my rubbers off. I put my Crocs on to finish concrete.
But when I'm going fishing or like doing anything on the snowmobile, I'm not wearing Crocs. You know?
Anyways, yeah.
Whoa.
But anyways, point is, we're bringing a ring.
Yeah,
trying
we're
to
done.
get Chris out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris is coming up, and we're going down.
Yeah, that is like a whole new like topic. We should just make an episode in
I
the
don't know what
future about
happened.
Crocs.
Tara really set us straight there. Holy shit.
Well, that's because
That
we
was
do
good.
Twitter all the time. That's what she just got back at us.
I know. We always lose track of where we're at and get on it. But thank you guys so much again. You guys are
Yeah,
awesome,
man.
both
Thank
of you guys.
Yeah, nice seeing you guys.
And if you guys want to, check them out, we can put their links in the description. Has Life on TikTok,
Has Life Fishing on TikTok.
Has Life Fishing.
Has Life on YouTube. I
Yeah.
should kind of make them the same, right? I
Yes,
don't
you
know.
want them to match.
Yeah, I need to add the
Metrics.
fishing to the. Yeah.
how many times have you heard that
Nope, I'm
lesson?
just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep making
But I
people
mean,
do
it doesn't look
differently.
like you need my
I like
advice.
the Tara eye roll there.
And then Tara Fishing here, but we got Muddy River Catfishing. He's a legend in the YouTube world. He just started the TikToky, and he's probably going to blow up on TikTok too. So easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning
Gonna have
in.
him sign the table.
I'm gonna go beat up Chewy, but until then, thank you guys, and we will see you
Yeah,
guys.
You can sign as big as you want.
They're
brother.
gonna
You
sign
can
the
go crazy.
table.
You're gonna
but
sign the table.
we're gonna sign off.
All right, guys.
We
Thanks
love
for
you
watching.
guys.
Say
Thank you.
goodbye
Bye,
from
guys.
Kansas City.
Kansas
Bye-bye,
City.
Kansas City.
Sweet dog. You get to meet a sweet doggy.
All right.
Sweet doggy.
Thank you. Guys.